Hello and welcome to another math YouTube experience. Today we're going to be working on pages 142 and 143 in your textbook. So please open your book to page 142. We're going to jump around. We're not going to do all the problems. So please follow along with me, and you don't have to do the extra ones. Just do the ones with me today. Starting on page 142, last night 45,253 people attended the soccer game. This is 5,856 more people than were at the baseball game. How many people were at the baseball game? So let's go ahead and make a soccer here and baseball. My markers cooperate. This will go a lot faster. So we have a soccer game and we have a baseball game. Now, we know how many people attended the soccer game. 45,239. Now, the baseball game had less. All right? They had more people, 5,856. So 5,000 people here. I'm going to switch markers so this one's not cooperating. So they had 5,000. There we go. There we went. 5,856 less people. So that's how many are going to be taken away. We don't need to worry about those. What we need to find is how many people fit into this box right here. To do that, we're going to go 45,239. Take away this number here, 5,856. So if I subtract that out, I get a 3. 3 minus 5 I can't do, so I borrow, becomes a 1. 13 minus 5 is an 8. My markers are not cooperating with me today, I apologize. 5 becomes a 4. 11 the 1 becomes an 11. Gives me 3, comma in the same place. 44, so this will be a 3. 14 gives me 9. 39,383. So 39,383 people attended the baseball game. Come on, marker. There we go. Next one, number 9. Eva earned $1,268 over the summer. That was $145.60 less than Daria earned. How much did Daria earn? Well, we have Eva and we have Daria. Eva, we know how much she had here, 1,268. And then Daria did the same amount, but then she earned that much more. So she did 1,268 plus $145.60 more. So to figure out how much Daria earned, we're going to have to add this number plus this number to give us right there. So 1,268 plus, now this is where it gets tricky. Make sure we line everything up. $145.60. There was no decimal in Ava's money, so we're going to put a decimal in there. Remember, there's always a 0.0 at the end of every number. Helping us add 0, 6, decimal place. 8 plus 5 is 13, 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 1 gives me 11, 2 plus 1 plus 2 is 4, and 1 plus nothing is 1. So $1,413.60 is how much money Daria earned over the summer. Very good. Number 12, we're going to kind of jump down here just to take a picture of 12, 14, 16, and 18. Some of these are pretty simple. Some of them are a little more difficult. They'll make you think it's all about number sense. 7,000 plus 10. Well, I have a 7,000 plus 10. Well, there's nothing in the hundreds, so 7 in the thousands place. Nothing in the hundreds place. There is, however, a 1 and a 0 in the tens place, so 1 plus 0 is 1, and then a 0 in the ones place. So 7,010. That makes sense. 7,000 plus 10. 20,000 plus 5,000. Very simple. If you wanted to write it out, you could. But again, there's a 2 in the 10,000s place. There's a 0 and a 5. So 5 in the thousands place. And then 0, 0, 0. And again, 20,000 plus 5,000. Mathematically, that sounds right. 25,000. Number 16, 500 in the thousands place plus 1,000. So we have 500,000. All right, but then we're going to add in 1,000 on top of there. So we're going to add a 1 in the thousands place. So instead of it being 500,000, it'll be 501. And that's a big eraser right there, but we can fill it back in. 501,000. 501,000. 40 million plus 1. Oh, super easy. Start out with our 40 million. But instead of putting a 0 at the end here, it's plus 1. So 40 million, 1. Number 13. This is where it gets a little bit trickier with the subtracting. I'm not afraid to go 7,000 minus 10 if I need to. Okay, and then borrow across with my zeros if I need to. Or I can know that taking away 10 from 7,000 was going to give me, well, it's going to be in the 6,000s. It's going to be 6,990. 6,990 plus 10 gives me 7,000. Okay. Again, if you needed to subtract that out, you could have done that. Borrow, 6, 9, 10, 9, 9, 6. Works the same. 15. This should be a mental math thing, hopefully. 20,000 minus 5,000. Well, let's just forget about the zeros here. 20 minus 5 gives me 15. So 15. Add in my zeros. My pen works here. Add in my zeros. 15,000. 50,000 plus 10. 50 in the thousands place. And I'm going to put a 10 in the tens place. A 1 in the tens place. 50,000. 10. 40 million minus 1. This gets really crazy. You could write out all the zeros of 40 million and subtract 1 from there. You could do that. Or you could just know that it would become 39 instead of 40. 39, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. So 39,999,999. It would be a lot of subtracting across zeros, so hopefully you're able to mentally think about that number sense. These are a little blurry on page 143 when I took the pictures. I hope it's clear in your book, and I know that it is. So please follow along in your book, maybe a little closer than on my screen, as I do know that it is a little bit blurry. Yesterday, a factory made 256,000 cotton balls. The cotton balls were packed into bags of 1,000 each. A drugstore bought 180 bags. Okay, so really 180,000 cotton balls. How many bags of cotton balls were left? Well, the cool thing is that this is out of 1,000. What that means is I can take these 3 zeros away from here. And so instead of having 256,000, there's 1,000 in each, which means I have 256 bags of cotton balls. Now, the store is going to buy 180 bags, so subtract the 180 bags from 256 bags. So 6, borrow is 1, 15 minus 8 is 7, so 76 bags are left. Okay, that would actually be 76,000 cotton balls, but there's 1,000 in each bag. Good number sense, getting rid of those zeros. Number 2, Langston can usually swim 100 meters in 51 and 34 hundredths seconds. Today he swam 9 hundredths of a second faster than he usually swims. He learned the world record is 47 and 79 hundredths seconds. What is the difference between Langston's time today and the world record? Well, the first thing we want to do is we want to go 51 and 34 hundredths minus, and I got to redo that one there because I want to line everything up for you, minus 9 hundredths. All right, I'm going minus because he went faster. Taking away 9 from here gives me, I got to borrow, change colors here, this becomes a 2. 14 gives me a 5, 2, 1, 5. So 55 and 25 hundredths seconds was his time. Now, the world record is 47 and 79 hundredths. So let's take that 49, or 47, 79 away from there to find the difference. Difference means subtract in those numbers. 5 minus 9, can't do, so I borrow. This becomes a 1. 15 minus 9 is 6. Can't do that, so this becomes a 0. 11 minus 7 is 4. Decimal place stays lined up. 0 minus 7 I can't do, but because it's 50 minus 47, it is a 3. If you want to borrow this to a 10 from a 4, you could do that. Otherwise, you could see that it was 50 minus 47. So he is very close to the world record. He is only 3 and 46 hundredths of a second away from the world record. He's getting close. Nice job, Langston. Number 3, a cactus was 38 and 2/10 centimeters tall by January. All right, but in June it grew 45 hundredths centimeters. So 45 hundredths, so plus 45 hundredths. But by December it grew an additional 51 hundredths. So I'm going to do that right there. You could have grouped your adding and add those two together and then add it on there, but I just want to go ahead and add it all right now. One thing I'm going to do is add a placeholder here just so that I have everything lined up. 5 plus 1 is 6. 5 plus 4 is 9. Plus 2 gives me 11. Decimal point goes straight down. 8 plus 1 is 9. And 3. How tall was the cactus? 39 and 16 hundredths of 16 hundredths centimeters tall. A coin collector, number 4, bought 10 rare coins for $5,450 each. He later sold them for $6,125 each. How much money did the coin collector make? Well, the good news is it was 10 coins, which means all I have to do is add on a 0 for how much total he made, because this number here times 10 is just like adding that 0 from my 10. So I get 4, comma, whoops, I'm going to erase that, 4, comma, 500. I had to move my comma over when I added that 0 because you can only have 3 places. Then, instead of it being 6,125, it'll be 61,250 because he sold all 10 coins again. 61,250. I put the 61,000 on top because it is the larger number. I didn't want to have a negative. 0, 5, need to borrow. 12 gives me a 7. Comma will stay there. 0 minus 4 I can't do, but 60 minus 54 is 6. So $6,750 is how much he made on all of those. Knowing that we can just take that 0 off the 10, put it at the end, makes this problem much easier to solve than having to multiply it out by 10 every time. That is the end of the video right there. What I need you to do is put a little code on there, and the code is going to be I heart math videos. I heart math videos, and that's your secret code for today. Thank you for participating in your at-home mathematical learning experience.